Hello everyone, welcome to the ichimokucharts.com weekly market review for Friday, April the 8th, 2011. Well, the first chart we're going to start with today is the Aussie dollar, US dollar FX, and we can see we have quite a bit of bullishness in this market. Obviously, two very large green bodied candles and a nice first time frame uptrend with a fair bit of momentum. A few weeks ago we had the breakout from a triangle. We had a prior trend leading into the congestion and a triangle breakout to the upside, and the price target is the width of the triangle projected up from the breakout. So a very bullish looking chart, trading well up above the cloud, so bullish in the long term, medium term and fast term time frames by trading also up above the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen. And the Chikou span is confirming the bullish price action that we're seeing in this market. Now the next market we're looking at is the Euro US dollar FX, and another bullish candle. Good first time frame uptrend, second time frame uptrend as well, a series of higher peaks and higher troughs as the market has taken out this important resistance area around 143 with a very bullish candle where the buyers have closed this market in control, and they're showing very strong commitment to taking this market higher. Some potential resistance up around this minor swing high around 146 roughly, and we have a bullish market trading up above the cloud and trading above the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, which gives us a bullish market in the medium term and fast term timeframes, and all of that bullishness is confirmed by the Chikou span as well. So a little bit of resistance as we trade up to higher levels as well above 146. There's good resistance all the way up to above 150 with the Euro US dollar. Now we have the US dollar Japanese yen FX, and quite a bit different than we've seen with the Euro and the Aussie dollar. And even though we have a bearish market in big picture terms, trading down below the cloud, we have a market that's trending up in the medium and fast term timeframes by trading up above the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen. Also, if we look across at the Chikou span here, it's trading above the corresponding price action, so it's not endorsing this bearish long-term picture that we're seeing in this market. Now, this market has rallied for this week on a spinning top type candle. We have a first time frame uptrend still maintained, but it's a spinning top type candle, so a lot of indecision in this market. And I'd say that we've probably got the influence of the resistance from the cloud just up above coming into play here. So obviously if this market does continue to rally, then we have solid resistance from, say, roughly 86 up to about 88. So very good solid resistance. We also have some candles that have tested this area down around 88 here, and it was bought back quite solidly. Just below there, an area around 87 as well with these two candles. A small double bottom, and both of those areas could turn into decent resistance for this market. So that coincides with the area where the cloud is. So if we do see any decent price appreciation, we will probably see the upside move limited by that area. Next we'll take a look at the natural gas futures, and we can see here a market that's trading just below the cloud. We can see that the cloud has solidly held as resistance for this market. We've had a few tests above the cloud, a bullish breakout there, but the market failed to go on with that move. Very indecisive candles as the market failed to develop to the upside in a substantial way. And a tweezers top pattern, and the market sold off, found support at the cloud, broke out again, and then a bearish engulfing pattern, and the market sold off substantially to trade below the cloud, but it's now finding resistance at the cloud, and certainly in the previous week's trading has found resistance and the market sold off. But a market that's really oscillating above and slightly below the cloud and oscillating around the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen. Technically, this market is very, very neutral in all time frames. So not a market that we really want to be trading at the moment, but perhaps if we wait for a decent breakout, a good bullish candle, perhaps above the cloud, if it does eventuate, and wait for that trend to develop, it could end up being a good place to go long. We have some resistance overhead, roughly around 520, extending up to about $6. We'll take a look at the Nikkei index futures as well. The bearish breakout down below, and the large amount of loss of commitment by the bears. They tested well below this major support level down around 87.70, tested down to roughly just below 8,200, and solid buying coming in, but the upside potential is limited by the cloud as well. So we have a market that's closed within the cloud, and a very neutral market in big picture terms, trading above the Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen. So the market is technically bullish in the medium and fast term timeframes, but only just trading above there. More, you'd have to say that the market is neutral in those timeframes as well. Both of those indicators are pointing flat as well, and it's pretty much a directionless market in most timeframes. Here we have orange juice futures, and we have a market that's trending up very nicely in the second time frame. A long series of higher peaks and higher troughs, a congestion area here, either a rectangle pattern or some sort of an ascending triangle, and a breakout, a retracement back towards the triangle, and then continuation on its way with the trend to the upside. Trading up above the cloud, so an overall positive bias, and trading just above the Kijun Sen, almost neutral, because it's only just trading above there, but technically bearish in the fast term time frame, but closed pretty much at the Tenkan Sen, so neutral in both of those time frames, the medium term and fast terms. Both of those indicators also pointing sideways, reflecting no strong upside movement in this market, but there is good potential for it. If we do have a breakout up above the Tenkan Sen, then we could see the market test up to around this high around 182. Now we'll take a look at platinum futures next, and we have a market that's trending up, trading well up above the cloud. So we have an overall positive bias, and trading above the Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen, so a market that's bullish in the medium term and fast term timeframes. Both of those indicators have turned flat as well, so not a lot of momentum in this market at the moment. However, we do have solid resistance overhead at 1867. So we do need to watch that, but the market is in a first time frame uptrend. Good solid bullish candle, big green body, which denotes the buyers being in control, making good net bullish progress on the week, and the checkout span is confirming the bullishness that we're seeing in this market in the longer term timeframes. Silver markets here, very, very fast first and second time frame uptrends. Really great price appreciation in this market. This week is closed up at nearly $41. Very, very bullish candle, large body, green body to this candle, and the buyers have closed in control and are showing very, very strong commitment to taking this market higher. Trading well up above the cloud, so looking a little bit overextended, but very, very bullish in the long-term time frame, and bullish in the medium-term and fast-time frame by trading up above the Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen. Both of those indicators are pointing up very sharply too, reflecting solid upside price momentum. The checkout span is well above the corresponding price action, confirming this bullishness in the market. Now, if this market does come off, when we have markets that are trending up this fast, they tend to find their first support down at the Tenkan Sen. So the Tenkan Sen is trading at roughly 35 at the moment. So that's an area that we could look to potential support if the market does come off. But we don't have any signs of that happening yet. A very, very bullish market trading at extremes. Next we have the 30-year bonds, US bonds, and we have a market that's in a first time frame downtrend. Bearish candle, large red body, testing support down around the 117 area, down to 116.25. We have support down to that level. Second time frame downtrend, a market that's making a series of lower peaks and lower troughs, trading below the cloud, which means that the market has an overall negative bias, and also trading below the Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen, so the market's bearish in the medium term and fast term time frames. The checkout span is trading well below corresponding price action, confirming the bearishness. If the market is to continue down, then we need to look to 116.25, but we do have solid support down around this area around 113, extending down to around 111, so good solid support down below. If the market does rally, then very strong support up around the cloud, the top of the cloud, bottom of the cloud through to the top at around 125. Corn futures are looking very bullish here. We have Market trending up very strongly in the first time frame. Good solid green-bodied candles. Bulls totally in control and showing strong commitment. Bullish trading above the cloud, so bullish in the long-term timeframes and very bullish in the medium-term and fast-term timeframes, trading above the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, confirmed by the Chikou span. But we have this important area of resistance at 779 here, so that could actually test the market. Very important level for this market in the coming week.